All right, all right. Let's make sure Instagram is going up. Seems to be taking its sweet time. There we go. I also need to share. Uh-oh. There we go. I gotta share my new comic. New post. That shouldn't take too long to save, hopefully. All right. Upload. Go ahead and wait until this darn thing goes live. All right, there we went. All right, there we go. We're good. All right, so sorry about the glasses today. I'm having problems with my eyes, so I've been using glasses for the last little bit, which is frustrating, but whatever. So this is what I did last week. This is how it ended up. I finished the animation by adding about 4 extra frames on each of these guys to smooth it out a little bit, and I like how the movement changed. And then I also added the music notes. So, whoops, don't want to do that. I want to go here. And this is, I'm going to show a couple of the other ones I've done. This is the floating leaf. And then I have the spin. Now these I'm going to be using and kind of compiling, at least that's what I'm planning on doing. That is the plan. Another of the more interactive, better ones. So that's, oh gosh, I don't know if you can see it, but look at my pause frame on this one. It's the squish frame. That's so funny. I love it. This one too, this is supposed to be a new sticker. I've got to figure out how to upload it. And again, no news on the Procreate Dreams update, yet we are vastly approaching mid-year. Let me see if I can find a Procreate Dreams update. Yeah, early 2025. We're going on mid 2025 now. A new look at Procreate Dreams 1.1 updates. That was a week ago. First look That was in February. Five months ago. Yeah, does not look promising. Well, at least there's a little bit of some information on it, but no actual update yet. Oh, yeah. Knowing that, I know which direction I'll need to go. All right, so let's see here. Let me see. Do I want to do another one that's a wide version like this? Because I am doing this for... I'm trying to figure out what I actually want to do, and I don't have a plan today, so that's a problem. Hey Sharon, happy Tuesday to you too. I hope you're having a good start to the week. All right, we're just gonna do it widescreen. And let's go ahead and pull it into draw mode and just try and figure out. I was thinking I need to do something with coconut. I got the glasses on today because this eye has something going on with it. I've been treating it with this antibiotic cream, and what it feels like is like I've got allergies or hay fever in only one eye. So it's like swollen, or it was really swollen this weekend. And then it's kind of just on the eyelash now. But it feels like I've got hay fever in it. So I don't know what's going on there. But I'm treating it with a cream, which I can only put on before bed because it blurs your vision. And so no contacts for until this thing gets healed up. So, ugh. But yeah, now that the regular semester is done, it's time to work on those messy summer projects. Oh, nice! Well, it's getting through those. That's a lot of fun. You can put some of those longer projects to bed. Speaking of longer projects, what can I have? I could have them all like waving. And I could have her tail kind of doing a little bit of a swish, not a swish, but like a happy little, and I can have the floofs kind of going, hey. And then I can have ground cover. I'm getting a theme on this, like I did with the last one. If I do with these wide angle shots, that could be, I mean, I could just compile them together instead of doing the animated opening type deal. I could just have the clips going together, and then the vertical clips I can compile onto the one screen. That might make it easier. All right, let's go for it. That's probably as good as I'm going to get today. So I'm putting that as my rough sketch, and now I'm going to go over like I did on the last one and do a new track, and I'll draw the actual line art on this one. But yeah, so no, that's all that happened. That, you know, I was just kind of frustrated this weekend with that, but otherwise it was pretty good. I'm sorry, I've got a cough drop still dealing with that too. I think I'm just falling apart in general. I did see a really good new movie. If you have Netflix, give Nonas a watch. It's about, it's actually based on a true story. The main character, he loses his mom, and then he decides to open a restaurant as a way to kind of honor her memory and that of his grandmother. They were always in the kitchen and cooking. Really, really good show. And it seems like those type of movies, the kind of heartwarming, just simple, they're really hard to come by. So I think that's why this one is standing out in such stark relief, is that, you know, I haven't seen one of those in a while, and usually if I want to see one of those, I have to go back to the 90s or, you know, 80s, something along those lines, an older movie that, you know, I've seen a million times, but this one was really good. And so what he does is he opens a restaurant and he hires Nonas, Italian grandmothers, as the cooks. And it's really a good, fun little story. All right, so we're working on ground cover here. I watched some other stuff this weekend. I think those were older movies, though. I can't remember what the other ones were. No, I started watching the Mission Impossible. That's what it was. I watched the original and my Mission Impossible. And I'm going to make my way through the, I guess it's like 7 or 8. Well, 7 that you can actually watch, and I guess it's 8 that's coming out in the theater soon. Oops. I feel like I'm cheating by hiding their feet behind a hill. So I'm definitely going to have to... I think the floofs are okay to be like that. She'll be right there. So another thing, let's see, I've been working on, I got the pencil case designs finished. Well, not finished, but chosen for this, for San Diego. I got those ordered this past weekend, which was a big weight off my shoulders, because it's some of the items that I have to get in production early because they take a little bit longer. The books, not so much. They're usually 2 to 3 weeks, so I'm still okay on that. I've got to get moving on book 6. But the pencil cases take several weeks to construct, and it looks like now those are going to be here around June 20th, like the end of June, like literally the end of June, the last week I think it is. Let me show you, let's see if I can bring up those designs real quick. Okay, so this was one of the last ones I did. Let's move this over here. Ah, oh, you can't see it. Shoot. Well, let me just switch to this. That might work, actually. There you go. You can see it now. All right, so let me page through these. So this is, gosh, it's so small. This is the Strawberry Mo makeup bag, since I'm doing the Strawberry Mo theme. And then, can I go through? Oops, I need to actually select that. Okay, that was a previous design. I wasn't going to do this one. I was going to bring back an older design, but I was like, nah. Well, I did bring back this one because it's a comic convention. I redid this one because I figured out that you can mirror and flip and do a lot of stuff to extend some of these designs. So I retooled several of these. I didn't end up ordering this one. I did reorder this one to make it look a little bit better and have more of the flowers in the shot. This was the Mermo that I settled on, and I did this one, and Space Floof. I did not end up doing this one. And then I also did makeup bags. So these are, I don't have my makeup bag out here, but they're about yay big. They've got a interior pocket spanning, it's like a cell phone pocket, but it's more of like a, it wouldn't be able to fit a modern cell phone. It's, it would be more like little bits and pieces. So I did that design, this design, did not do this design, did that design, did the lemons, and you can kind of see right there in the, where I put the logo, you can see the mirroring that I did. That was another pencil case I did. And then this is the new design with all of those inspirational quotes. I have this is for the makeup bag, let your light shine. And then I have you rock. And on the pencil case, I have never give up, never surrender. So I thought that was really cute how those ended up. I got those all into production. I'm really excited about the makeup bags. I think I ended up going with, let me switch back over here. Hold on a second, let me get this. Close that window, close this window. I hope they love them. I think they'll really. I think last year I did nine designs, and only 2 or 3 or so. No, I think it's just 2. I came back with. I can see them over here. I was really surprised at the back to school design. Well, I did go deep on that, and I still have a few left, but I thought that one would be more popular than it was. But maybe this will be back to school's year. So I'll bring those and have a total of 9 different ones for San Diego. And then I think it's ended up to be 6 pencil cases. All right, I think that's good for the ground. And now I need to roughly map out the frames for these. On phone. Wait a minute, what did the email? Oh. I will actually bookmark that because I do want to read it. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead, and since I'm happy with the round cover. I hit done on this, and then let's drag this out. Whoops. Let's drag this out for several. I'll just go for 2 seconds. And I'm going to drag this one out for the same. Go. And now let's go ahead and do a new track. And let's see. I'm going to have all of these guys on a separate track, I think. And I think that's what I did last. Oh, I already did the new track. Let's go over here. And let's tackle the biggest thing first. Miss Cocoa Bean. She's going to be waving her paw, and then her tail is going to be doing a little swishy swish. Wait a minute. Am I wrong? Oh, that's right. Okay. That made no sense. Because I was looking at my flip book and I had a bunch of different frames, and I was like, I should be on frame 1. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rough sketch this out. So this is not final lines, I just want to get her I'm going to have to move her down. So this is going to be a lot different than it was before. Screws. And I'm going to need to move you down. So let's go done, and let's go here, and I want to move you so she's just standing on the grass and she's grounded there. So now let's go back into draw mode, and let's do I'm gonna do her I'm going to do the wave first, I think, and then I'll deal with the tail. This is just a rough sketch. I don't need to be perfect with it, so I need to just be quick. Okay, I'm gonna just rough sketch with the tail. Make her actually look better. Hey Catherine, welcome to the stream. Riadi Suto, thank you so much. Welcome to the stream as well. I'm glad you liked the backlog. I am trying to animate a coconut here, and this is just going to be like a very simple wave. And so I think the next one is going to be like she's going to be waving like that. Oh, for Pete's sake. And I'm just doing the rough sketches here. No final artwork. I'm just trying to get the basic frames down here. So the paw is going to be up here, still like that, and I think tail is going to be down here. I just want to zoom in and see how this looks. I can't zoom in anymore. Draw mode. Is this like a commission? It's my own thing. Yeah, this is, well, the intended purpose for this is I'm going to combine all of these smaller animations that I'm doing here. Let me just show you. Oops, wrong way. Here we go. So I've done a lot of these different guys. Like this is what I did last week. I'm going to combine all of these into a booth reel of sorts that I will be showing at San Diego Comic-Con. I've got a TV there. And usually well, in the past several years, I've had just still slides, kind of like a PowerPoint going through. And this year I want to incorporate animation. And so I've got all of these little animations that I've done just to show the characters moving and coming to life. And so I'm going to compile those all together. I'm tentatively going to use InShot for that, not 100%. I would rather not have to relearn how to use Premiere after forgetting all of these years. And the last time that I opened up After Effects was a disaster. So there were a lot of things that needed to be updated and it kind of didn't work. So I would prefer not to have to figure out and fix that in order to make this. So I've got InShot on here. I'm pretty okay on a basic level, so I figure I can put it all together if I just make the pieces separately. So this is another example of one that I put together. Let's see. This is a sort of walk cycle, but not really. It's not a full profile. It's a little bit of a 3/4, but Floof is still walking. He's not grounded, so he's floating a little bit, but I think for a first attempt, that was pretty good. Let's see. This was the very, very first one, just a dance with a little foot kick. Let's see, that was a little bit more. A light motion app. Interesting. I'll have to look at the, investigate that one. Just see. I don't have a Kleenex with me here. My nose is running. There we go, much better. Ah, good grief. Let's see, a light motion app. Professional motion design app for your smartphone. Ooh. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking this could be a replacement for motion graphics that I would design in After Effects. Interesting. Animate any property, bring out, let's see, camera control, nice, video, image, text, and graphics. Easing, that's good. Interesting. Ah, versatile sharing. See, that's a problem I have with Procreate as it is now. Let me actually bookmark this. Actually, let me go back and save a screenshot because otherwise I'm not going to remember. There we go, screenshot. There we go. So the export features in this are horrible. It's just transparent PNG frames. You can't actually create a GIF. You can create a an MP4 or an MPG, or rather an MOV file. And but in terms of making, like, and that's why this is so slow, because this is a GIF that I wanted to bring out and add to my Jiffy account. Previously I was using Illustrator in conjunction with Photoshop, which was a pretty labor intense process, because I would animate and kind of do my own version of onion skins in Illustrator and take those frames into Photoshop to animate, and using that timeline feature. So I was like, ooh, Procreate, but then I figured out you can't really just directly save a GIF out of here. You've got to save the PNG files and then compile them in a separate program, which in this case is Procreate. You just go back to Procreate to do it. So it's frustrating for sure. So I'm eagerly awaiting the update, because they have said that there will be more export tools added. Why am I being so precious with these lines? They're the rough sketch. Here we go. Have her blink. Oh, that's a Joker smile. Let's make it less of a Joker smile. That's a little bit more easy. So do I want to have her jump, like do a quick, let's see. So she's up here. I'm gonna have her do a quick jump down, because it'll go from there to there, and I can always do a second ease right there, and maybe anticipation there. And I think what I'm gonna do with this tail is I'm going to have it going at a different rate than the arm, because I don't want it to look like one is hinged to the other. Now this might sound dumb, but I think the Flip-a-Clip app, you can export GIF, maybe import MP4 this and flip a clip and export. That could be, yeah, that could be easier. See, on my Let me see, what did I do? I did on the GIFs. I did do a repeat on those, didn't I? So I repeated my base frames to get about 12 or so seconds for those GIFs. And I can just do the same thing on that. But yeah, there's another one, Calibri, I think, was one that I had heard of that can take files and basically do what Procreate Dreams should have been able to do from the beginning. Okay, her foot is ridiculous. Come on now. So that's down. Let's see what this looks like. Just zoom in. Now she's doing the chop. Okay, how do we make this more of a wave? Needs to be more like this and less like this. Maybe I'll have her blink for 2 and leave me back open. Down there. Let's do... I could have her tail swish over to the front. So let's maybe... So maybe actually let's erase this. I want to have maybe like a little... Because I feel like this might be... I do 1, 2, she's like, good doing this. Still not quite right. Closer, but not quite. Maybe something like that. Maybe keeping armpit. That's almost like the the money cats. Whole body in extreme anticipation goes in the right leg and left moves above the ground and shift the weight, then raise the left arm. Oh, I don't know if I'm in that level. I'm just trying to get, I mean, I'm working on just getting the arm to move right now. I agree that that whole body being invested in the wave would be cool. But right now I am trying to get the arm to move right. I think maybe if I want to work on some of those elements like lifting the leg and doing that, but I can see how that would be, you know, let's see how a different position would definitely work. Move that back like that. I kind of want to throw this tail back behind, swish it more. I should only concentrate on one thing at a time. I should. Kind of curving around this way to be at a more extreme on this one, and it's all rough sketch, so this can be messy. This needs to be straight into the body. Morris, hello, welcome to the stream. I am animating my character Coconut. So I'm trying to, rather. Oh, wait. I think I'm getting the tail to go okay. I need to add one more. Probably add one more in between here to go between those two. On the tail, at least. And I'm just gonna test this idea out. I'm gonna take this frame, oops, nope, I didn't want to do that. Undo. I want to get her back to that spot. I'm not paying attention to the arm right now because that disappears on that frame completely. So what I do is that why this looks so rough is just I'm going through and trying to figure out the frames and the timing and everything, and then once I have that figured out, I'll go back through and draw proper lines. So and maybe I'll just keep the curve on her paw like that for a second, and then she goes back. She's kind of flippy. That's kind of extreme flippy right there. Well, let's see how it looks actually. Let's just go in and see what I did. I'm really just looking at the tail. I'm not looking at that she's like just flopping her hand all around. I'm just trying to I want that swishy tail back and forth motion. I think I'm close. Almost feels like she's batting a ball away or something. But just looking at the tail, I think I'm close on that. And what I need is just one more after this. Let's go ahead and add that. So I want to bridge those two. Yeah, I will. I'm kind of doing just the keyframes right now. And then I'll go in and do easing later. I just want to get the main ideas here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in between here and here because I want her tail to flip out, but almost like that. And I'll soften it up maybe with one or more extra frames here. Maybe not here. rest of this real quick. Stop shifting colors on me. I'm just forgetting about the waving arm right now. I'm just trying to figure out the tail. But I have to put something there, so let's see. We've got here and here. I think I'm going to totally erase that, so I'm just gonna do just something. Yep. So I'm looking back at the tail. I don't know if that little flippy do is going to be what I want. Mm-hmm. I think everything will be served better if it's a rounder tail and not that pointed one. Really, would love it if I could just color lock something like that, and then we curve down. Oh, thank you. I'm just gonna call you Ri. Riatitsuto, or maybe Suto. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for stopping by. I'm just learning, so I think I like the two frame blink. All right, so I'm happy for with the tail for now. I'm just gonna go in and let's redo this hand, and I'm just gonna erase them all. Try something completely different. Start over fresh. It's just a rough sketch. I don't need to be precious with the lines. There's your whiskers back. And let's erase this. But I kind of like that idea. I'll hold on to it though. I don't need to keep it here. Okay. I didn't mean to erase that. Let's just be a little bit more careful. Yeah, let's get rid of this. That's fine. All right, so now I'm just gonna look at it with no arm wave. You just have the tail. Body will be moving a little bit because she's got the, I have to looking at it up here, I'm looking at it over there. I will probably have to add just think about it for now. just gonna wait. How many do I have? I've got 8. Okay. So where do we want to start her off with her arm? Let's see. I want to, so where we're doing this, I have her little arm start there. Could be like that. Start in the up position. I swear. Did I erase? Oh, goodness gracious. Apparently, I erased a massive swatch of her ears. Okay, well, it is what it is. I'm gonna start her off up here. Ears back. That is not remotely even good, but let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, that's a little bump. Take care, Kapil. Thank you so much for stopping by. Actually, it could be bye-bye, something like that, but I don't want to have that little jump there. So let's go back to what that was. So I did... So the jump happens on the, yeah, okay. So, go back in here. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for making my life easy. Doing a tiny... Kind of like a... Much of a wave, but it's better than it was before, being a chop. Maybe. Still don't like the paw. I might have to redraw it again, but I'm gonna pause on coconut for now. And let's get some of these floofs. Let's get this floof going. So what do I want to have him doing? It's gonna be, wow, it counts much easier to draw. I could have him waving just back and forth, blowing with the wind. So if I do that, I could do, okay. So if I'm going to rough sketch this one, I could bring him back and just do, how would that add up? I'm going to have to do the math. I could just Well, let me just try. Let's just do lazy approach. He's gonna flip from one end to the other. Oh, I picked the wrong one, didn't I? Way too fast. Actually, kind of funny. I like him just doing the spastic wave like that. Kind of like those little wind things that flap around with the wind tunnel, with the blower at the base. Alright, let's have this guy, left floof, go at a much slower pace. So I'm going to give him 8 frames to do whatever he's doing. Maybe he'll be more chill like Coconut is. This one can be whatever he's going to be, but we're going to do a chill floof over here. I gotta make sure that the tail, I'll have to just probably gonna go super fast through these and see if I can get them all doing what they need to do, and then I'll do the cleanup later. Keep them roughly in the same spot. On frame 3. Just gonna have him kind of waving his arms slowly up and down, I think, to contrast Mr. Flappy over here. Okay, and now we're on our way back up. And I could probably just copy those old frames, but I'm gonna do... Oh dear. How much is left? Okay, just one. All right. I thought I skipped up. We're gonna bring him down just a smidge like that. And hopefully I'll be back to the start and a reasonable... I should probably have this floof actually blink. But let's see how I did. Probably not too good, but let's just see. Just a slow wave. And this one's just ridiculous. Okay, I like those guys. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have him blink here, and I'm gonna have him blink on 3 and 6. Just a single frame. Four, 5, 6. Blink, blink. Let's see. You look ridiculous? Of course. Probably. Yeah, actually, he kind of does look a little ridiculous blinking like that. Maybe just one blink. Oh, please don't tell me I have them blinking on the same frame. Okay, there's a blink, and there's your blink. Okay, gotcha. I kind of like this flailing one. But he needs 1, 2, 3, 4. He needs one frame in there. Because it feels like he just is hitting a wall. He needs a little bit more elasticity in his flail. Oh, maybe... I'm still not happy with that arm, but I really love his flailing right there. Let's move this down a little bit. And I'll go ahead and just hide that. So let's play. Looking so cute off to meeting. Oh, take care, Sharon. Have a good meeting. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday as well. Pretty sure this is the last of my frames. Yeah, okay. Let's see what I did with that, because I kind of want him to have some... Oh my god. I really love the chaotic energy of this one. Alright, so with the exception of how I don't like the hand movement, I'm thinking that this is a good base and I can go ahead and start cleaning this up. But I really have to think about Coconut and her waving hand. Thank you, Catherine. I'm glad you like it. I could fix Coconut by having her... well, I could work with what I've got here. I could work with that like boop, boop. It's like she's picking out the hearts and throwing them off. Actually, I kind of like that. And now this one needs something. Alright, come here. Come here, Chill Floof. Let's give you a heart. Maybe his heart is just gonna pump. Okay, I got 2 to get it back to there. Let's see how I did. I kind of like that. The heart kind of beats with his movements. They're all kind of very chaotic, aren't they? Well, he's not chaotic, but the other one is definitely chaotic. Alright, I think I'll work with that, and that's just, gosh. So... for all of this, I have, well, with the exception of the ground cover's already done. I have to go in, put all of these on a about 30% and then draw. The only thing well, actually, I kind of do have to redraw the. Man. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. Because I do like the hearts. I could just, you know, redraw. I could do what I usually do is put all of these on 30% and then go over the top and draw the frames again. So that would be 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4. Not too bad. Hey, welcome to the stream. Let me hit play. This is what I've been working on today. Like seeing the animation framework. Yeah, it's a work in progress. I got a long way to go, but I think every step I try and challenge myself, it is a step in the right direction. I'm gonna have to probably do something more. I don't know, I gotta figure out something that's more developed and maybe more action oriented. Maybe I'll have kind of like the floof chasing the butterfly. Maybe I'll do a different version of that that's a little bit more detailed. I don't know, I really want to keep moving with this and put together something that really shows, you know, kind of gives them a little bit more life. But I think that's probably where I'll end for today. I'm going to go ahead and get some lunch. And let's see, let me go to my ending screen here. Let's see, hold on just a second. Early in, yeah, well, I've been going for about an hour and a half. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. If you want to see how this animation ends up, be sure to check out my social media. I post my dailies on Instagram and Twitter. And I will be back. I do regular Thursday and Tuesday streams. So Tuesdays are animation and Thursdays are comics. So if you want to see how my comics get made, be sure to tune in on Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me today, Catherine D. I know, Sharon, you bounced, but thank you again in case you come back and watch the replay. Kapil, Riatsuto, Morris, all of my lurkers, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your company. And I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you next time.